There's the matchup for tonight. It's Zach Wheeler making his 14th start of the year. He wanted his 9th victory his last time out, but he was lifted with 2 outs in the 5th inning, and the Phillies went on to win that ball game. Andrew Abbott, he's actually been pretty good for the Reds. He doesn't go deep into games, but he has been very effective against the opposition recently. 5-4 in 18 starts with a 3.88 ERA. And again, the Phillies have struggled against left-handed pitching this season. So it's game 1 of a 3-game series, the Phils and the Cincinnati Reds. We'll get to lineups and first pitch. We also want to remind you that Jesus Luzardo has been named to the All-Star team representing the Philadelphia Phils.
966.
NBC 10 News First Alert Weather, the most accurate forecast 10 years in a row. It's 86 degrees, humidity at 58%, and it's partly sunny right now. There is some cloud cover, but it's not overwhelming. Lineup cards are being exchanged at home plate. Phillies lost yesterday, so they send out a new guy to exchange the lineup cards. Paco Figueroa is bringing the lineup card for Don Mattingly. Our series goals brought to you by Planet Fitness. Ben, flush the Royals series. And you mentioned it during the crossover. Schwarb's home cooking, being back home, sleeping in his own bed, and a new streak for Zach to get rolling again, to get 5 innings or more. That long streak ended his last time out.
Yeah, hard to believe. Just 4 2/3 for Zach Wheeler. Wasn't all too happy about coming out of that ball game either. Said, I think I deserve the right to stay in there and get the win, but Don Mattingly had other plans.
Don and Mike Calitri doing some chit-chatting about muscles, it looks like, in the back shoulder. Umpires for today's ball game, it's Malachi Moore, who is behind home plate. Alfonso Marquez is at first base. Mike Estabrook is at second. Lance Barrett is over at third. These guys were in Atlanta yesterday for the Mets and the Braves. They're going over the ground rules. So this conversation is taking place a little longer than it usually does. Trey Turner, he's trying to get himself going again. What do you got, Ben?
You think over the fence is still a homer?
I think over the fence is still a home run, and I think this ballpark, compared to others, has fewer ground rules you have to worry about, because it looks like it's pretty distinct all the way around.
Yep.
From right field to left field. Let's take a look at the Phillies lineup. It's brought to you by Xfinity. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Trey Turner leads things off for the Phils, then Kyle Schwarber. Bryce Harper bats third, Bohm fourth. Edmundo Sosa is in left field. JT hits sixth. Bryson Stott will bat seventh. He's at second base. Derek Hill batting eighth, and Justin Crawford hits ninth. Just a day off for Brandon Marsh. Don Mattingly said he felt like he's needed the day off the last couple of days. His numbers, he has been struggling recently. Still is in the top 10 in batting average and the top 5 in hits in the National League.
Don Mattingly had a message for his ball club to play to the All-Star break. He said, guys, it's not starting now. It hasn't started. It doesn't start till Sunday. Play through the break.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how old you are. I mean, sometimes you see that, all right, maybe there's a finish line that's pretty close, and you kind of ease off the gas. He does not want them to ease off the gas. No. There's Andrew Abbott, 19th start of the year. He is 5-4, 3.88 ERA. 3 runs or fewer in 12 consecutive games for Abbott, at a 2.71 ERA during those 12 games.
Yeah, he's been a lot better in recent starts.
StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Take a look at the arsenal for Abbott this year. 4-seamer sweeper combination. That's part of the reason why Marsh isn't in there, because Don thought that he was, kind of fishing on some sweepers, and Abbott does have a good sweeper.
He does have a good sweeper, but he actually has reverse splits, does Abbott. Righties are hitting 244 against him. Lefties are hitting 275.
He has given up 12 home runs to right-handers. Last time he faced the Phillies, he went 5 1/3. He allowed just 1 earned run. He walked 3, struck out 3.
He pitched extremely well against them last year.
Yeah, he's 1-1 and a 3.81 ERA lifetime against the Phils. Yeah, that's the only run right there. The home run by Alec Bohm. All right, here we go. Game 1 of this 3-game series. The Phillies have 2 series left before the All-Star break. Trey Turner will lead things off. Trey was 4 for 12 in the series against the Royals. And the first pitch is brought to you by Audi. And we're underway. It's outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Turner at 242 with 10 home runs, 31 runs batted in. (2-0). Trey stepped up after the game yesterday and talked about his defense, and particularly in that first inning, and just how he has to be better and he has to make that play. You know, it's easy to applaud him for that, but some people don't step up after making that kind of a play. He knows that Christopher Sanchez may have gotten out of that inning without allowing a run.
Yeah, one thing about Trey Turner, he's had some ups and downs in his tenure here in Philadelphia, but he is always accountable.
2 balls and 1 strike to Turner. Fouls it back. It's 2-2. Reds took 2 of 3 for the Phillies back in Philadelphia. 3 balls, 2 strikes. They averaged only 3 runs per game. They did out homer the Reds 5-2. But the difference was starters ERA for the Reds 2.65, for the Phillies 4.5. Swing at a foul tip, and one away. So 1 out.
Just throws a 4-seamer right on by him. See, that ball had good finish through the strike zone. Does Abbott? He does hide it well. I'll give him that. For not being a hard thrower, he hides it extremely well.
Here's Kyle Schwarber. He lives about 45 minutes from here, and he pops it foul behind home plate, and it's 0-1. Kyle's gone 7 games without a home run. It's the longest drought of the year. He had 10 straight games last year, August into September. His 33 plate appearances is also the longest of the year. Last year was 49 plate appearances. It's not often that the Phillies go through a series where he doesn't homer.
I mean, for him, it seems like an eternity. He's still leading all of baseball in homers.
He has 26 career home runs against the Reds. And the 0-2. Swing and a pop-up. Right side of the infield. McLean, the second baseman, is under it. And there are 2 outs. Reds defense brought to you by CarShield. Suarez was not on the Reds. He was injured. Well, he was on them, but he was just on the injured list when the Phillies saw these guys last. De La Cruz is back off the injured list. He's at shortstop. And now Harper's the batter. Harper swings and fouls the first pitch. 0 for his last 8. And 1 for 9 in the series against the Royals.
And he was out taking batting practice today, which he never does. He hardly ever hits on the field, but he was out there getting his rips in. He hit a few. I thought they were going to go into the river.
Yeah. Popped up foul out of play, and it's 0-2. Yeah, the Phillies didn't muster a whole lot offensively in the series against the Royals, so they're trying to get back on track here. They won game 1. Felt good about everything at that point. Swing and a miss, and Abbott strikes out 2 in the inning and works a 1-2-3 top of the first. On to the bottom of the first inning.
Dots, sensationally seasoned pretzels.
Reds lineup brought to you by Xfinity. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. De La Cruz leads it off, then Sal Stewart. Stewart's going to the All-Star game. J.J. Bleday He got off to a good start this year for the Reds. He's cold off for Terry Francona. Zach Wheeler going to work. Here's his first pitch of the night. Swing and a miss. Delivers a four-seamer at 95 down in the zone. Zach 3-2 against the Reds with a lifetime ERA of 2.35. 0-2.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I think there's a pretty good chance. See his season numbers. Numbers that should have dictated a trip to this year's All-Star game, even though he's supposed to pitch on Sunday.
You ain't kidding. What a snub.
Breaking ball, 1-2. Major League Baseball made an adjustment today because Mizorowski and Skeens both are scheduled to pitch on Sunday, so they're not going to be part of the All-Star team. They'll probably be there if they choose to, but they will not pitch. Swing and a miss. And De La Cruz loses his helmet. The difference is that they were, I believe, part of the players' selection, where Zach was not.
Talk about finish on a pitch. I mean, he's throwing that right through JT's mitt. De La Cruz cannot catch up. It looks so appetizing up there.
Sal Stewart, the batter. Stewart 17 home runs, 61 runs batted in. And he takes at the knees, 0-1. Little 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Phillies 11-2 in Zach's games this year. There are his rankings. 5th in ERA, 3rd in WHIP. Breaking ball. He's a strike thrower right now.
I mean, he typically will have 3 or 4 of his pitches. But if he's got all 6 on a given night, you're in for trouble. I mean, you got no chance. But we always talk about the adjustments as he's able to make throughout the course of a ball game. But if he doesn't have all 6 pitches, he'll find a way.
Faced the Reds on July 6th of 2025. It was his 5th career complete game. And the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball outside, 2-2. Stewart was 7 for 12 the last time these two teams faced each other with 2 home runs. And a called strike 3 on the inside corner. Stewart is not going to challenge it. It looked like it did come back.
Take a look. Looked like he got there.
It was right on the line.
He wanted to challenge it, but thought better of it.
0-1. J.J. Bleday, he was 3 for 11 in the series against the Phillies. Line drive, base hit it to right field. Coming off a 2 for 12 against the Orioles. And a 2-out single for Bleday. It's his 3rd hit against Zach.
Ball was smoked.
And now Suarez, the veteran, 8 home runs in 61 games this year. He had 49 last year. But he's also been injured this season. Inside. Second turn with the Cincinnati Reds. He is 12th all-time in Reds history in home runs. He has 197, and Barry Larkin has 198.
Yeah, he's up there has one thing on his mind.
Back-legged.
That's it. That's all he was doing in batting practice today. He just hit one after the next out into the seats in left field.
Check swing, 2-0. Suarez is 3 for 15 lifetime against Wheels. Rocketed down the left field line. That's a foul ball. Wow.
That was close. I mean, really close.
Reds were looking at it underneath. Oh, yeah, just foul. Wow. That's a great shot right there with the camera down the left field line.
That was a great shot.
Lance Barrett, the third base umpire.
Saved it from being a 1-0 ball game. I know that.
Yeah, Mundo had gotten over there quickly, but still. Swing and a miss. Tied him up with a sinker.
That's the thing, too, about Zach. Pitchers generally have a big difference between their four-seamer and their two-seamer, velocity-wise. Not with Zach. Yes, he did.
Swing. Did he go? No.
Huh. Come on, Fonzie.
3-2. I guess he did hold.
I guess.
Day will be off and running on this pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes. He goes. Swing and a miss. He got it with a sweeper. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Wheels. 87 on the season. A 17-pitch first inning. We'll go to the second.
Doctor about Tremfya today.
Bet365 gives us the odds for Alec Bohm to hit a home run. It's at plus 375. Bohm is hitting 5 of 6, hitting .224. Takes outside. 4 hits, couple home runs against the Reds in the previous meeting. Both those home runs were solo shots, including one against Abbott.
That one got out in a hurry. We're 1 through 1 complete inning of baseball, and there's been 5 strikeouts. Incredible. I mean, it's just really.
Game's made for pitchers, Ben. I don't think we would have said that yesterday.
No.
Line drive down the left field line. Foul.
Did we just see that?
Spot.
I mean, literally. That ball was rocketed.
Yeah, Day.
110 off the bat right there.
Playing that one in. The Phillies did look at it. Brought the camera for left field. We figure we'll use it a couple times in the first inning, first couple innings.
That one was actually farther off the line than Suarez.
Does that mean Abbott's going to throw a sinker in on his hands right now, just like Wheeler did the last time?
He could. I think he'll probably go the changeup away.
Swing and a miss. He did.
It's like I was a catcher or something.
Or something. 2-2.
The Meg calls me other names.
And rightfully so sometimes. Back toward the middle, little humpback line drive, and it's caught by McLean.
He may have broken his bat on that one.
So 1 out, and now Edmundo coming up.
Just off the end. McLean makes the play easily. This got to feel awkward for Edmundo playing back-to-back games.
Yeah, yesterday was his first game since the 28th of June. He's 0 for his last 13. Got to get going. Last year as a starter, he had 281. He had 11 home runs. This year, and he's not really playing as much. His starter's batting average is 206. As De La Cruz throws over to first.
Another ball hit hard.
2 outs.
That man is so gifted. Ellie, I mean, to be that big and be that athletic is just something to behold.
Here's JT, 253 lifetime hitter against the Reds with 6 home runs. He was asking Malachi Moore where that pitch was. Oh, and we're 1-1. They're going to challenge that one. That looked like a pretty good pitch.
Catcher's challenging and call a ball.
I believe that Tyler Stevenson, who is 54 for 75 challenges. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Calls overturned. Cincinnati has 2 challenges remaining.
How about
Wait, he's what?
Yeah,
he's what?
55 for 76 in challenges.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's a lot of challenges.
That's a good percentage too.
Yeah. Yes. Off the hands.
That's unbelievable. You said, wait a minute, that caught me off guard.
Well, so put it in perspective. Now, I know JT was on the injured list. JT's 30 for 37. So JT has challenged 37 times. He's challenged 76 times.
It's incredible.
Oh, 0-2. Over to first base. Sal Stewart has it. And he'll take it to the bag. 3 unassisted. 6 up, 6 down. Abbott's through 2 without allowing a base runner. We'll go to the bottom of the second here in Cincy. How dominant has Zach Wheeler been? Well, since 2019, as we look at our Citizen Stats leaders, the highest pitcher WAR in Major League Baseball. He is head and shoulders ahead of whoever number 2 is. It's Kevin Gausman, Logan Webb, Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray's put together a heck of a year for the Red Sox.
Yeah, revitalized.
And Max Fried, who pitched very well last year for the Yankees. But how about that 35.3, and then Gausman's next at 27.9.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. One of the best free agent signings, not just of the Phillies, all 4 sports in Philadelphia that this city has ever seen.
Well, let's see if he can get through the second inning. The Phillies got through the first without allowing a run. Remember, they had allowed a run in the last 9 innings. 8 yesterday, and then the 9th inning the night before. Pitch outside for the 8th inning the night before. Nathaniel Lowe, the batter. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Lowe is 4 for 14 against Wheeler. Lifetime fouls it toward the press box. Looks like there were a lot of people that were moving their seats. I don't think it was Todd Zolecki or Lachlan or Charlotte or Chris Ware. It looked like it was the Cincinnati Reds contingent. Yeah. Inside.
It's weird not seeing Nathaniel Lowe wear that mock turtle undershirt on. He's worn that everywhere he's been, and it's weird not to see him wearing it tonight.
Swing and a miss, 2-2. Maybe he's trying a new look.
Could be. There you go.
Three and 2.
Doing it all hang out, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, it's been a little bit of a struggle for him recently. Basically only plays against right-handers now. He's 0 for 17 against left-handers. I wonder what Terry Francona will do tomorrow if Tanner Banks starts as the opener. They go to a bullpen game. That is not set in stone.
No.
Tanner starting tomorrow, but
Max Lazar could make the start.
Max Lazar could. Yep. Tim Meza could. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, down the left field line, slicing out of play. There's Terry Francona. Started his managerial career as the skipper of the Fightin' Phils. Kevin Stocker's manager.
It's a lot of wins. My goodness.
Yeah. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Fouls it off.
Uncle.
Kevin reunited with his former manager today.
I think think I should remind Tito tomorrow about the fine that he's got to pay for Ricky Bo?
Yes, you should. See if he remembers the story.
$5,000, I think it was.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that much.
Uh-huh.
What the heck did Ricky do?
He drilled someone. I think he drilled Bonds. Was it Bonds? I know if it was that particular one, but I remember when Ricky got called in from the bullpen to drill Bonds.
3-2. And a breaking ball and a called strike 3. Lowe didn't even bother. He just turned and started walking away. So Wheels wins the battle on that one. 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, it cost him a lot of pitches, but just froze Lowe there. Very defeating feeling. You work your tail off, you foul all his pitches off, and then you take one and have to walk back to the bench.
Yeah, so after the 10 pitch at bat, here's Spencer Steer. Pitch outside, 1-0. Steer's hit in 3 straight games. He has a home run, a couple runs scored. That was the Orioles series, basically. Popped up behind home plate. JT off with the mask, sneaking his way back, makes the catch.
Man, that was up there, wasn't it?
It was. There's not a whole lot of room behind home plate either.
I don't know what it was, but towards the end of my career, I didn't like those one bit. In my beginning, I didn't really mind. I think maybe one day I clanked one, and it just kind of got in my mind. And then if it was anywhere close to third or first, I'd let those guys take it.
It's hard to practice those. I mean, there have been coaches that could hit pop-ups. I never knew how they could do it because it is not an easy thing to do. Yeah. But there are coaches that can do it. But it's hard to practice those to kind of shake yourself of them, isn't it?
It is. And you can do different things. You throw tennis balls up there, racket balls. But it's hard to simulate that backspin coming back towards home plate when it's behind the plate.
We should work on it tomorrow on the off day. Our off day. Swing and a miss 0-2. The game, there will be a game tomorrow. It'll be on national television.
ESPN. Remember one time we were in Seattle and we were doing it, and we were a guy in camp. His name was Julio Mascara, and he went off the tip of his mitt and shattered all the front of his teeth. There was blood everywhere.
Well, 5 strikeouts for Zach Wheeler. A 1-2-3 second inning. We'll go to the third in a scoreless ball game.
Please don't touch that.
Sorry.
True baseball fans need Wi-Fi that's so reliable it never gets caught looking. Xfinity Internet keeps you in the game at one price for 5 years and allows you to get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that. Pretty nice night here in Cincinnati as we go to the top of the third inning. Bryson Stott will lead things off. He's hit in 8 straight games. Phillies trying to get their first hit against Abbott. Stott at 251 with 7 home runs, 40 runs batted in. Abbott's line, 19 strikes. In his last 27 games, Stott is hitting .320. And it's really, he started lowering his hands before that, but he started getting really where he needed to be.
He's just staying behind the ball so much better.
Yeah. Low. So hard hit percentage, it is what it is, but sometimes it tells a lot. It tells you that you're squaring the baseball up, even though sometimes you don't have luck. You see his last 10 games. So his hard hit percentage is about 10% better this year than it was last year. And Cole Weintraub and I were talking before the ball game, and he said that it's the highest difference from last year to this year in the National League.
Wow.
Andrew Benintendi has the highest difference in the American League.
Okay.
But his numbers weren't as good as he had lower numbers last year. Like he really struggled last season.
Right.
2-2.
Definitely far less lazy fly balls to short, to left field. He seems like he was getting baseballs and the end of his bat was dropping. or dipping. Then he would end up slicing that ball, cutting it, if you will, to the opposite field. Now he's staying more connected with that back elbow and staying behind the ball, getting more backspin than that side spin.
3-2 pitch. Fly ball left field. Day over toward the line.
Right on cue.
Well, that wasn't as demonstrative as what you're talking about. I mean, that had a little bit of hair on it.
Right.
What you're talking about is just little soft, lazy fly balls. One out for Derek Hill. Derek fine after yesterday's collision with the fence as he attempted to bring a home run back. It's kind of his head, his arm, all in one. Take strike one. Hitting .297 since the Phillies acquired him. Oh, and 2. Here is that collision yesterday. Just kind of jarred everything in the upper half.
Yeah, he hit that with reckless abandon. I do love watching him run, though. I mean, he is just blessed.
Elegant.
You're right. It's a good way to put it.
He runs like Doug Glanville used to run. A little high, 2-2.
University of Pennsylvania's own Doug Glanville.
Another 3-ball, 2-strike count. It's his third one overall. Line drive out toward the alley in right center field. That'll be in for a base hit. Ben gets his wish. He'll watch him run. He stumbled a little bit going around first, but a pull into second base with his third double of the year. Now the Phillies have a runner in scoring position with the bottom of the order here in the third.
How about that at back? In down 0-2. And he gets a four-seamer up in the middle plate. Doesn't try to do a whole lot with it. That ball is blistered to right center. And you're right. It is a joy to watch this guy run. So envious of those guys that can run.
Justin Crawford, the batter, doesn't get a lot of at-bats against left-handers. Swing and a miss, 0-1. He has hit in 7 of 9, raising his batting average 17 points. It's kind of hard to do at this point in the year with all the ABs and plate appearances. Off the end of the bat, that's going to float it to right field, a base hit. Hill to third, they'll hold him. Now the Phillies have first and third. That's a great job by Crawford.
No doubt.
Back-to-back hits.
And Derek Hill has to stop. There's just the one out. He's got to make sure this ball gets over McLean's head. And it does. But he's got to freeze right there to make sure McLean, the best thing you want to do is get doubled up.
Now you got the top of the order up. Let's see what Crawford decides to do. You can run on Abbott and Stevenson separately and collectively. Stevenson, the opposition has stolen 57 bags against him this year. He's only caught 13 guys. Fouled off, 0-2.
He's got an average pop time 1.98. Major league average is 2. So nothing great there. He's a big guy. I had no idea he was that big. He was talking to some folks behind home plate today. So bigger guys, it takes him a little bit longer to get rid of the ball. Get out of that crouch.
0-2 to Turner. Pop foul.
That's something that JT is so great at, is his efficiency to his feet is incredible. Talking about Pudge Rodriguez, not a big body, but he got to his feet so efficiently, and he also had a cannon.
You were a big guy.
Yes.
But you had a good arm.
I was able to make it up in the air.
Is that how you compensated being 6'5"? Is just because you had strong
you could make it up in the air. And I had a little bit longer of an arm swing, but I thought that enabled me to get behind the ball better, get a little bit more backspin towards second base.
0-2 to Turner. Phillies runners on first and third. Bouncer out towards shortstop. A run's going to come home. De La Cruz will throw out Turner. It'll be an RBI for Trey. It's 1-0 Phillies.
All right. Hey, he gets down in the count 0-2, still finds a way to get him in. Nothing De La Cruz can do. We'll get the out at first. That's good situational hitting there by Trey. Something that the Phillies were not able to do the last 2 games in Kansas City.
Here's Schwarber, who popped out his first time up. In the dirt, 1-0. Two balls, no strikes. See the pitches this inning. Now he had efficient first and second inning, so it's not out of sorts where he is. It's just a lot for 1 inning.
I know he doesn't swing a whole lot 3-0, but I would assume that he'd have the green light here.
He does take a majority of the time. You're right.
He does.
Oh, he does swing, and he whacks it to deep right field. It is gone. 2-run home run, Schwarber. He doesn't swing 3-0 often. He did there, and the Phillies are on top 3-0.
That was a rocket. Love to see the aggressiveness out of the Phillies DH. And that got out in a hurry. My goodness. Welcome back to Ohio, Schwarberian.
7 games without a home run. That streak ends. 31 home runs on the year.
Gets that foot down. Quickest hands in baseball. Period. How about it?
Well, that's 112 off the bat. 57 runs batted in for Kyle. And now here's Harper. Low.
31 homers, and it's July 7th. Incredible.
Yeah, even with the 6-game drought.
Right.
Fly ball center field. That was a hanger. Friedel shading his eyes, coming in, makes the catch. The inning is over. The Phillies, though, take the lead. They get an RBI and a ground out by Turner, and then Kyle Schwarber smokes one into the seats for a 3-0 lead. Phillies baseball is brought to you by your local Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. And by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Visit PALottery.com or download the app today. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians. Phillies up 3-0 thanks to Kyle Schwarber. Zach Wheeler goes to work as Friedel shows bunt, takes outside 1-0.
What did Kyle say on the plane a couple years ago? We were coming here. He said, if you don't hit one out of here, there's something wrong with you. Remember he got on the loudspeaker?
I don't remember that, but yeah.
It was something along those lines.
I think it's funny. You know, we always used to talk about Chase Utley swinging at the first pitch. He didn't do it often. But when he did, a lot of times something special happened. That's kind of like Kyle, who he doesn't swing 3-0 that often. But when he does, He doesn't miss it. And pitchers know that too. I thought they were kind of working around him.
It looked like it from the first 3 pitches. But why would you ever work around someone to get to Bryce Harper?
Well, that's it. That's why they're batting back to back. Check swing, foul ball, 2-2. Let's see, going back this year, 3-0 counts. Schwarber has had 1 RBI with a 3-0 count this year.
Wow.
1 RBI. He's walked 14 times when the count's 3-0. Check swing. Did he go? He went. And Friedel is down on strikes. Wow. According to Baseball Reference, Schwarber had not taken a swing 3-0 this year. We're going to try to confirm that to make sure.
Take a look here. Yeah, he went. At least Lance Barrett at third base thought he went. That's all that matters.
So 6 strikeouts so far.
Yeah, has not swung at 3-0 until today.
So first home run for him, 3-0, since 2022 against the Giants.
Wow.
Slow bouncer out to second base. Stott took a weird bounce at the end.
That had
McClain is retired, 2 outs.
That had some spin on it. See Bryson looking at that ball.
De La Cruz struck out his first time up. Breaking ball. It's 1-0. Outside corner with a curveball.
See, that's the thing. Like Willie, you just 1-0 count. You think, oh, this guy throws a fastball over 50% of the time. He's got to challenge me. And he drops a backdoor hook on you, and you're like, come on, man.
Well, and depending on what the fastball is, you know what he threw. I mean, the opposition's not really hitting his fastball. They're hitting 119 against it this year. At the knees with that fastball at 95. 2-2. Wheels has 3 full counts, but 6 strikeouts. Got down to 3-2. Swung and fouled.
And still pretty manageable with 45 pitches.
Yeah, 17 in the first inning. Hit on the ground over to first. Harper will take it to the bag. 3 unassisted. 3 scoreless innings for Zach Wheeler. A little different outing for Zach tonight than his last start. He's got a 3-0 lead.
Save bigger.
This Wrap 4 thing is brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local tri-state Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Phillies lead at 3-0. An RBI by Trey Turner on a ground out, which was an excellent at bat. Give some credit to Justin Crawford too for getting a base hit against the lefty. But then Kyle Schwarber hit his 11th home run against a left-handed pitcher this year, continuing a trend that started last year when he had 23 home runs against lefties. Alec Boehm leads it off. But what we alluded to before is true. That's his first time he's taken a swing 3-0 this year.
Well, it paid off. People ask me all the time how he does it, and I said he's just blessed with unbelievable strong hands and forearms, and his bat just flies through the zone.
Yeah, and other times he may have swung and missed to make it 3-1, but it's the first time he's swung and made contacts with the count 3-0. You know, where every other time if he ever did it, he just swung through it. He didn't make contact and ground out,
Gotcha.
or pop out.
He is something else.
2-1, swing and a miss. 2-2.
They're like, he's not that big a guy, right? I said, no, I mean, he's put together. I mean, I said, I could stand in shallow right field and not hit balls as far as he does from home plate. You know, I mean, it's it's incredible.
Check swing. He went, says Alfonso Marquez. Third strikeout.
You look here. I didn't think he went, but Alec didn't complain.
Off the hands, fouled back just underneath us. 0-2. All right, we're digging a little deeper, and Kyle Schwarber has 2 hits with the count 3-0 in his career. A double and now a home run. I mean, that kind of leads you to believe that he either swings through it,
right,
takes it most of the time. Line drive, base hit back through the middle for Edmundo. That ends an 0 for 14 for Edmundo.
Not where Abbott wanted this 0-2 pitch. Hits it right back where it came from.
JT the hitter. JT grounded out his first time up. Yeah, sometimes we have all these numbers that tell us stories, but a lot of times we rely on our eyes to tell some of the story, and everybody up here knew that he doesn't swing often when the count's 3-0. JT pops it up, foul territory. Stewart over.
Probably why Abbott was like, I'm just going to lay this one in there.
Correct.
He's not going to swing.
And that's what would happen when Chase would bat. When on the first pitch of games or first pitch of an at-bat, most times Chase would just take it. And then all of a sudden he would ambush you and something good would happen.
Kind of lull you to sleep.
All right, our league statistician now says 2 home runs. So 2 home runs and a double. So 3 extra base hits with the count 3-0 in his career.
He might start to do it a little bit more, having that kind of success.
1-1. Things are happening in real time when we get these updates. But his other home run was against Carlos Rendon.
Oh.
I wonder what he would do if he did it more often.
If he did it more often, he probably might not see as many good 3-0 pitches.
That's
they hit.
true. It could be a breaking ball that they just throw to see if he chases.
Right.
Because they're okay. I will walk you. Man can hit the home run, though. 2-2 to JT, swinging a foul down the right field line. And it remains 2-2.
There are a lot more people here tonight than I thought there would be.
I would agree.
A lot more people.
Runner goes from first. Pitch is taken for a ball. Throw to second. Nowhere near in time. Again, you can steal on these two guys. Abbott is slow to the plate.
That's a great jump. And Abbott with a high leg kick. JT not budging in that box. Third stolen base for Edmundo this year. And I'll drive him in, JT. It'd be awful tough to get a ball into this booth. Kind of farther back.
Swing and a miss. And JT strikes out. Fourth strikeout for Abbott. Yeah, that'll bring Bryson Stott up.
Goes to a slider. Maybe that was his cutter that he just got around a little bit more. That had more depth to it than his cutter typically does.
Bryson flied out to left field his first time up. Checks the swing. Fouled back, 1-2.
Oh, that was a good swing. Just missed it. I can go for another run right here.
Yeah, just to keep adding on.
Yep. That's one thing the Phillies did so well in that first game in Kansas City and didn't do it in the last two.
They're going to challenge this one. Looks like it was on the line.
Catcher is challenging to call a ball.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
So that'll be 77 challenges.
77 challenges, Ben. Stops down on strikes. 5 strikeouts for Abbott. Phillies leave one in scoring position. We played 3.5. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-0 Phillies.
Coverage you count on.
This wrap 4th inning is brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local tri-state Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Phils. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Working on a win. Brought to you by the Home Depot. Entering today, it hasn't gone well the last 31 games for the Cincinnati Reds. They're 11-20 with a -28 run differential. I mean, think about where they were at the start of this year. They get off to a good start. They went 20-11 to start the season.
Yeah, they were swinging the bats really well, and that has not been the case lately.
Edmundo's cleaning up something that's just fell onto the floor. One ball, no strikes to Sal Stewart. Oh boy, that may have been a little bit of a hanger right there.
I think it was a lot of bit of a hanger. He's got to be the odds-on favorite for Rookie of the Year, correct?
Well, I mean, the kid from Colorado is back-to-back Rookie of the Months. Foul ball. I thought maybe it hit him. Yes, I do think he is, but I think that TJ Rumsfeld from the Rockies, yeah, he might push it a little bit. 12 home runs, 47 runs batted in. But Stewart's power numbers are going to be tough to match.
Yeah. And as good as the place that Colorado is to hit, this is even better.
Hit foul.
I know one thing, I don't miss the old ballpark. That place was cookie cutter.
2-2. Well,
the same ilk of as the Vet, Three Rivers.
If anybody, I thought if anybody went to Three Rivers, I didn't think the Vet as much. Yes, there was a lot of similarities, but Three Rivers and Riverfront, I mean, carbon copies.
I know. Even the old Busch Stadium to that extent.
And a pitch that missed, but I was just about to say called strike 3. Sal Stewart thinks this is strike 3. He's walking away already. ABS powered by T-Mobile, and I think JT got this one correct.
Call's overturned. Philadelphia has 2 challenges remaining.
He just needs about 45 more to get to Stevenson.
Yeah. A little bit of a tough night for Malachi.
Yeah.
At home plate.
That's Crucky's guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Malachi?
Yep. J.J. Bleday has the only hit tonight. Single to right.
Born in Danville, PA. I gotta look where Danville is. Danville, PA.
Check swing, slow roller over the mound. Charging Turner has it, throws on the run in time. Time now for our Stuff the Fans trivia question, brought to you by FanDuel Casino. Get your thrill on. Of the 14 no-hitters in Phillies history, 2 came against the Reds. Rick Wise in '71 and Roy Halladay in 2010 in the postseason. Who are the last outs for the Reds in both of those no-hitters?
Well, the Reds, the 2010, I remember.
You don't remember the one in '71?
I do not. Of course, the one that Roy had in the playoffs, I was watching it with my father-in-law Frank, and we're in the library of our old house, and he and I kept looking at each other. We never mentioned it once, but it was kind of like, hey, like, you think it's going to happen?
You had a library in your old house?
Uh-huh.
Do you have any books in it?
Lots of books. Never read any of them, but
did they come with the house?
The library did. It was like a built-in library. It was beautiful. We had like these 2 big lazy boy chairs in there, a TV.
No. But did the books come with the house?
No. We imported them.
What do they say? Books?
I don't know where they came from, but we got them.
Swing and a miss. Suarez down on strikes. The inning is over. That is a very dominant 4th inning for Zach Wheeler. Front running as we go to the top of the 5th. You're invited to the Flo Rida postgame concert presented by Jim Beam at Citizens Bank Park Tuesday, August 18th, after the Phils host the Marlins. Your game ticket, Ray, is your concert ticket. But field passes are available for purchase. Go to Phillies.com/theme nights to purchase tickets and field passes today. As Derek Hill leads it off, he doubled to start the 3-run rally for the Phillies in the 3rd. Fouled. Ow. Off Stevenson. By the way, not that it has anything to do with our game, but the Tolbert kid, you know, he was 7 for 7 against the Phillies this weekend, matching Stan Musial. He has 2 hits tonight against the Mets. He's 9 for 9. 9 for his last 9.
Goodness. Talk about raising your average.
Yeah. A little extra time for Stevenson. Did you find out where Danville was?
It's on the Susquehanna in Montour County. Near Bloomsburg. Near Bloomsburg.
Down low, 1-2. That's according to Paul Devery, a friend of Boomer, the Trenton Thunder mascot.
Ah.
One and two to Hill. Fouls that one back.
Tolbert's now hitting .364.
Wasn't he hitting 200 when we arrived? Wow.
364.
What a week.
Now we talked about Derek Hill's speed. That guy, Tyler Tolbert, he can flat out roll too.
Swing and a miss. Hill strikes out. Justin Crawford coming up. Time for our live odds update, brought to you by FanDuel. Give you the over/under on number of pitches for him. -120 for over 3.5. To get a hit, plus 290. You got to hit his last time up. Fouled off.
I think Abbott's thrown the ball extremely well. He just made that one mistake. He elevated one to Derek Hill that he punched out to right center, and then obviously the big 2-run homer by Schwarber. But I think he's been able to keep the Phillies hitters off balance really well.
Opposite way. Suarez has it, drops it, and Crawford will get across the first base bag.
That'll be a hit.
It is a base hit. 2 for 2 for Crawford.
It's amazing you have that speed, how much pressure you can put on the defense.
Well, he's going to be off and running, I would think, at some point with Turner up. Fly ball center field, hit pretty well. Friedel's going back out toward the track, toward the wall, reaches up, and he makes the catch. Crawford nearly at second base, has to go back. That would have been a can of corn in Cincinnati, but it was out to the wall here, or excuse me, in Kansas City.
I thought it really had a chance.
Yeah, I did too.
That was a fine play by Friedel.
Well, this guy last time up, his 11th home run this season against the left-handed pitcher.
That is your giant home run replay. I think the whole ballpark knew that was where that was going to land. Put the Phillies up 3-0. That's where we stand right now. It's your home run replay brought to you by our good friends at Giant.
Down low inside.
Abbott is doing a better job of mixing up his looks with the speedy Crawford over at first.
He doesn't have a huge lead either.
No.
Off first base. At the knees, 2-1.
Stevenson was challenging that, even though it was called a strike.
I think he was concerned that it was not going to be called a strike. Impressive splits for Schwarber. 2-2.
I know one thing. I'm trying to think back some of the umpires I work with. Like if you had someone like Tim McClellan, I bet you get a lot of challenges because he was so delayed in his call. I mean, he was really delayed. I'm telling you, he would have had an issue with that.
With the ABS or with the challenge?
I mean, a lot of catchers would have issues with Tim behind him because it was so delayed. You never know. I mean, he would like catch it. And that's a strike. Like it would be that long sometimes.
Batter goes. Pitch low. No throw. And Crawford has swiped second base.
He read that right, didn't he?
What are they going to do with Schwarber here? They're not going to give him anything good to hit.
I wouldn't think so. Went with the sweeper.
Yeah, probably swung at ball 4. Swing and a miss. And Schwarber strikes out. Looked like he surprised him with the pitch. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 7 overall for Abbott. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th.
Weather is coverage you count on.
Phillies sent this out earlier today. We found out just before the start of tonight's ball game that Jesus Luzardo has been added to this year's All-Star game, his first career selection. And our Rally House quote of the game from Jesus, he told Cole Weintraub on his first All-Star selection, "We were out in the street all the time as kids making up scenarios. It was always All-Star game or Game 7 of the World Series."
Pretty neat.
Congratulations to Jesus, his family. I'm sure they're going to love every minute of it. If you're wondering about Zach Wheeler and why Zach wasn't added to the All-Star game as well, because there were 3 different players that were taken off because they're pitching Sunday. That's why Zach is not on, because he is pitching Sunday. And it's most likely why he wasn't selected originally, because Major League Baseball knew that he was pitching on Sunday. And by rule, you can't pitch then on Tuesday.
Right.
Nobody used to adhere to that kind of rule, but they do. And a swing and a miss, and Lowe is the 9th strikeout victim for Zach in tonight's ball game. That's amazing.
Ho hum. The finish on that pitch. He's in a rocking chair out there.
Well, going back to his last start, he's now faced 36 batters. In his last 36 batters, he has 19 strikeouts and no walks.
I'm not good with math. Is that good?
It's really good. Spencer Steer was thinking about bunting. They only have 1 hit. Single by Bleday. He's going to challenge that one.
Batter's challenging the call of strike.
I think he's going to lose the ABS, powered by T-Mobile. And if he does, Reds will be down to 1. Oh, wow.
Ball's overturned. Cincinnati has 2 challenges remaining.
How about it?
I don't know.
1/10 of an inch off.
Seriously.
My goodness.
That looked like it was right on the line. Swing at a foul. What? That was, I mean, that looked like it was right on the line.
I know.
I would think that that's the closest one we've had this year.
I don't know how it can get any closer. Let's just start getting into the centimeters, millimeters.
Breaking it down. 9 strikeouts for Wheeler. Now 2-2. Three and 2.
So you never ended up getting the rental car today, did you?
Did not. Nope. Did not get the rental car. Was there for 40 minutes, but did not get the rental car.
Did they say that they had one, or
well,
like
I did make the reservation, but the car just, nobody was there. 3-2. And a called strike 3. Double digits in strikeouts. Back-to-back ball games for Zach Wheeler. He has 10 strikeouts with 2 outs in the 5th inning.
And he used this 3-2 breaking ball a couple times. And locked eyes up. Saw him backdoor to low earlier. Front doors it here to steer.
29 times as a member of the Phillies, he has had 10 strikeouts in a game. And there's a base hit down the right field line, right between the chair. I don't think it hit the chair and slowed it up. I think it did go right through the chair. I don't know if Stevenson would have tried to go to second anyway. No, I think it went right through the chair.
Definitely hit the chair. Watch.
Oh, yeah, it did hit the chair. I probably could have had a double.
Yes. You would have thought that they would have picked that sucker up.
Yeah. Because if it didn't hit it, I think it would have just kept going to the corner.
No doubt.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll let them deal with that. Outside, 1-1. I think the proper technique would be a stool instead of an actual chair. Easier to lift and take with you.
Yeah. Or bucket, maybe.
Or bucket.
I have this Yeti bucket, 5-gallon bucket. Shocker that I have a Yeti product, right? Mm-hmm. And it has you can special order this pad, a swiveling pad that goes on top of the bucket. I use it in the duck blind a lot. That'd be ideal for this.
Perfect advertising opportunity.
Yes. Very comfortable.
2-1. Outside 3-1. Getting back to the rental car story. So I arrived at 1:45 for my 2 o'clock rental. Mm-hmm. And the door was locked at Avis. So I called. And the national number picked up and said, you should call the local. I said, well, I did. And you picked up. 3-1. Swinging a foul, 3-2. And the lady, very nice, said, oh, well, that's a problem. She said, maybe it's a one-man or one-person operation. I said, well, it could be, but the door is locked.
The door is locked.
So I waited for about 40 minutes, and then I called back and canceled the reservation.
Were you going to get a 12-passenger van again?
Going to get a minivan.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little smaller. 3-2. Runner will go. And a called strike 3. 11 strikeouts for Zach Wheeler. And we've just completed the 5th inning. This has been a dominant performance by the Phillies right-hander. He has a 3-0 lead, but he's got every pitch working.
It's to reserve yours now.
Major League Baseball's taken over Philly with the game's biggest events. The action begins with the T-Mobile Home Run Derby on Netflix July 13th at 8 p.m. Then catch the 96th MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard on July 14th at 8 p.m. on Fox. We go to the top of the 6th inning.
So I guess we're Ubering to golf tomorrow.
We're going to Uber to golf tomorrow.
Copy that. By the way, we're through 5 innings of play, and there's 18 total strikeouts in 5 innings.
It's amazing. Well, dominant performance right now by Zach Wheeler. As Bryce Harper grounds one down the right field line. Chair is still in place.
He knew that one was foul.
You think so? 0-1. Fouled off.
I mean, think about it. There's been 30 outs made in this game. 18 of them have been via the strikeout.
Wow. There's strike 3. Harper knew it. 8 strikeouts. 1 out here in the 6th. And now Alec Bohm, the batter. Bohm is 0 for 2. And 1. And 2. Well, both these guys, they're strike throwers right now. 7 hits combined, 3 runs, and 19 strikeouts.
I remember the game last year that Abbott threw against him. I think, man, this guy is very polished. He reminds me a lot of Tom Glavine with his delivery, with his repertoire.
A high bouncer out to shortstop. De La Cruz. 2 outs. And Edmundo Sosa coming up. Sosa's grounded out to short. He's also singled.
I think if you're one of the guys out in the field for both sides, you got to keep reminding yourself to be ready for every pitch.
I would think so. Even though
all these all these strikeouts, you think you'd get lulled to sleep a little bit.
You kind of become a spectator on what has been some really good pitching.
Yeah.
Breaking ball. 1-1. Edmundo's reaction. That was kind of a spinner in the middle of the plate. He's ahead now.
I would imagine this would be Abbott's last inning.
Well, he doesn't generally go deep into games.
No. Third time through, opponents hitting .288 against him.
Pulled on the ground softly to shortstop. De La Cruz up with it. And the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Phils here in the 6th. Just 11 pitches. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Phillies lead it 3-0, and Zach Wheeler going back to work. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Car Shield. It's as easy as call, drive, and save. And by Nissan, hurry in and bring home a winning deal at the Nissan Summer Sales Events. Bottom of the 6th inning, 3-0 Phillies on top. Zach Wheeler, 11 strikeouts, his season high. It has been a dominant night for Zach. 14 is his career high. That was against the Tampa Bay Rays in 2021. Broken bat, foul ball by McLean.
Pitch count wise, he's still pretty comfortable.
Oh yeah.
Usually you have that many strikeouts, your pitch count's going to jump.
Swing and a miss. 0-2. By the way,
yes,
just the rental car story wise, I have to say that the Avis in Kansas City, the gentleman who helped us at the hotel, one of the best people I've ever encountered at Avis. And we,
really?
You know, we meet some really good people from Avis. He was outstanding. He was a one-man show, and he had it going. Reds bullpen action. Pierce Johnson warming up. Swing and a miss. That's 12 strikeouts for Zach Wheeler. He's got a dozen tonight, 1 out here in the 6th inning.
Incredible. Just punching tickets left and right. Goes with the split. See McLean right over the top of it. Righty, righty. That's the last thing I'm looking for off Zach Wheeler.
And now De La Cruz 0 for 2. De La Cruz struck out and grounded out. 12 strikeouts for Zach. July 6th of 2025 against the Reds last season. Last time he reached this number. Line drive out to left, and Mundo reaches up at the last moment and makes the catch. 2 outs.
The hardest ball hit off Zach all night.
And it's only the 5th time a position player has gotten involved in the defense tonight. To the distribution of outs. Stewart a little fooled on that.
I don't think his heart was in it.
Yeah, 95, I guess, sinker running in. He just thought the ball was going to be a little more out over the plate. 0-1.
I might as well throw it again.
Stewart has struck out looking twice. 1-1. At the knees with a 95-mile-an-hour sinker. Ground ball over toward third. Sliding play made by Bone. Gets to his feet. Throws on one hop, and it's not in time.
I think that extra bounce on Alex's throw may have cost him. Mike Calitri looking at it, says safe.
Well, great effort. I mean, Stewart's got some pretty good wheels for a big kid. Yeah, that last lunge, he did beat him by a half a step.
He is just playing the heck out of that position.
Yeah, these last couple weeks with him over at third have really been eye-opening. Swing and a miss by Bleday. Bleday has one of the hits for the Reds. Popped up. Wheeler set the 0-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 13 strikeouts for Zach Wheeler through 6 innings of it has been absolutely dominating. He fooled him. We'll go to the 7th. Time now for our game summary, brought to you by your local Honda dealer. Zach Wheeler, 6 innings, 3 hits, 13 strikeouts for the Phillies right-hander through 6 innings of work. Kyle Schwarber has a 2-run home run. Justin Crawford has a couple hits against a left-hander. Andrew Abbott was very good for the Reds, too. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, no walks, 8 strikeouts. Zach Wheeler, 3rd time in his career he's had 13 or more strikeouts, and Pierce Johnson delivers a first pitch strike to JT.
numbers on Johnson.
Saw him a lot when he was with the Braves. JT tonight is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and he is struck out. Nobody warming up in the Phillies bullpen. You would doubt it. Fly ball right field. In is Steer. Now he backpedals, makes the catch. Start your mornings with the only 30-minute local sports show in town. Catch Sportsnet Center every morning at 7. Presented by your Delaware Valley Hyundai dealers. Bryson Stott is 0 for 2. What a no.
Yeah, we haven't said that a whole lot lately. 0 for 2 for Bryson, the way he's swinging the bat.
Caleb Ferguson warming up in the pen. Yeah, he's riding an 8-game hitting streak. He has 12 hits during that time. He just threw a 97-mile-an-hour fastball by him. 1-1. Popped up.
Who wants it?
Shallow center. Friedel calls off De La Cruz. It's half the size of him. 2 outs.
Tough time of night to see, though.
Yes. Derek Hill will be the hitter.
So that would be a quality start for Abbott. 6 innings.
Yeah.
3 runs or less.
Yeah, the problem for him is that the Reds have run up against Zach Wheeler.
Yeah.
And after leaving after 4 2/3 and not being happy about it, there's no shot that he's leaving this ball game.
No.
One Hill. Hill's double gave him his 12th hit as a member of the Phillies. 0-2.
Very refreshing not to see not one walk in tonight's ball game thus far.
Yeah, both starting pitchers have been right around the strike zone. I mean, they've had their share of 3-ball counts.
I mean, walks are never good, but in a ballpark like this.
1-2 to Hill. Up high.
He's got to love what his tall right-hander's given him tonight. Downy baseball.
And he talked about, taking Zach out of the game the other day. He said he goes, I just didn't think, it just felt like it was for the best interest of the team. I mean, he was over 100 pitches. And they said they're all good. Or Don said they're all good. 2-2. Outside and low. 3-2.
He said he likes that in his players. They don't want to come off the field.
Ball 4.
Hey. I had to jinx it, didn't I? Well, that was a good jinx.
It was a good jinx.
Worked out for the Phils. Now
Now
still second.
Yeah, now still second. Of Crawford's got a couple hits tonight. 15 multi-hit games for Crawford. Outside. The 2 hits, he's gotten his batting average up to respectable 260. And considering where he was, we mentioned that he raised it 17 points coming into tonight's game, but now it's 23 points after his 2 hits tonight.
And his hands really are noticeably lower. That adjustment that they made.
On deck. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Crawford. They play him to go the other way in the outfield. Just trying to protect. That was a little out of the strike zone.
I'm really surprised Hill hasn't gone off.
Right-hander on the mound.
Yeah, and that was a really high leg kick there. Let's swipe that easily. He goes back to the slide step on that one.
Extra time by Johnson.
Crawford calls timeout. That does mess with you as a hitter. Guys hold the ball out there forever. Oh my gosh. Especially guys that have high leg kicks or they toe tap.
Fly ball left center field. Friedel on the run into the alley, being called off by Bleday. Crawford's retired for the first time. No runs, no hits, 1 man left. Time to stretch. Zach, we're going back to work when we return. Our drive of the game brought to you by your Delaware Valley Audi dealer. Zach Wheeler certainly has been driving with 13 strikeouts. Well, since 1974, the 13 strikeouts through 6 innings is second only to Kurt Schilling, but it also ties Zach back on May 29, 2021. And Cliff Lee, 2011. So go to work against Suarez as we start the bottom of the 7th, and a towering fly ball to deep left field. It is long gone. 9th home run of the year for Suarez.
Pretty much the first mistake made by Zach Wheeler.
Yeah. And it's a 3-1 game. I mean, this is high high and far.
Yeah, we said that he's going up there with one purpose. He gets his 9th of the year.
Well, now Lowe, the batter, he struck out twice. And he takes a strike 0-1. Going to challenge that one.
Batter is challenging the call of strike.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. I think he might win this one. And he does.
Call's overturned. Cincinnati has 2 challenges remaining.
2 for 5 in challenges now. "91 pitches for Zach. Just pulled that one a little bit. "62 strikes, 31 balls. Maybe this shouldn't be that much of a surprise. The Reds did come into this ball game with the 3rd most strikeouts in baseball. Three and 2.
If he goes back to that breaking ball here. Got him his first at bat with a backdoor breaking ball at 3-2. With a cutter.
Fly ball center field. Crawford started back. Now he sprints in. And he makes the catch.
Man, it is really tough to see that ball.
Yeah, a little twilight. Ben, time now for our Stump the Fans Trivia Quiz Answer, brought to you by FanDuel Casino. Get your thrill on. Of the 14 no-hitters in Phillies history, 2 came against the Reds. Rick Wise in '71, Doc in 2010 in the postseason. Who were the last outs for the Reds in both of those no-hitters?
I'm going to say Pete Rose for the first one.
Pete Rose is correct.
No way.
Yeah. Popped up.
And
Harper near the dugout. Go ahead.
I'm drawing a blank on the second one. He hit the ball to Chooch. Chooch had to come out. Oh, Brandon Phillips.
Brandon Phillips.
Brandon Phillips.
Pete Rose back in '71 went up to Tim McCarver as he was stepping up to the plate against Rick Wise. He said, "You don't think this guy's pitching a no-hitter, do you?" Because he was going to break up that no-hitter. Yeah. Then he hit the humpback liner to Vuk for the final out.
Crazy.
Also hit 2 home runs that game, Rick Wise. Doc did not hit a home run in the postseason.
The Pete Rose one was an absolute guess.
100th pitch of the night.
I was going to go like George Foster.
71.
No. He wasn't there?
I don't think so.
No? He was later? Big Red Machine?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Boy, they had some clubs, didn't they? Come through here.
Oh, they had some clubs. Ooh. Another one off the first base line.
I was telling someone, I may have told you the other day, my roving catching instructor for the Padres, Don Werner, the great Don Werner, he caught Tom Seaver's no-hitter here in Cincinnati. It's one of the things he takes a lot of credit for, real feather in his cap. I mean, Tom had never thrown one before. Something I always wanted to do, it never had a chance.
Throw a no-hitter or catch one?
Catch one. The closest I ever got was
Catch is challenging. Excuse me, the batter is challenging the call of strike.
This guy.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Call
Got it
return.
right.
Cincinnati has 2 challenges remaining.
4 for 4 as a hitter in his challenges.
That's 78 now total.
Yeah.
That's incredible. The farthest I ever got, I think, was Jose Contreras. I think he had one going in the 6th or 7th inning. That was, I was thinking, he's got a chance to do this, and he didn't, but I always wanted to catch one.
3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, 3-2.
The old 3-1 sweeper.
Well, he may throw it again. Let's see, what would you throw here?
Same pitch.
I love the sinker on the inside part of the plate, too.
I'm down with that. I think Zach's going for the punch out, though.
Not the ground out to third.
Not the ground out to third or short.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 13 strikeouts for Zach Wheeler tonight. 1 away from matching his career high in the pitch. Swing and a miss. He just matched his career high. 14 strikeouts through 7 innings for Zach Wheeler. An absolutely dominant performance. And he'll head to the dugout with a 2-run lead, 3-1. Phillies baseball is brought to you by your Philadelphia area Chevy dealers. Visit Chevrolet.com. And by Rally House, your city, your house, Rally House, Philadelphia. Zach Wheeler was getting handshakes when he was in the dugout after going 7 innings, 104 pitches.
Masterful.
So 104 pitches tonight, 104 pitches last outing. Little different story. Although he reached double digits in strikeouts in his last outing also. As Caleb Ferguson will take over. Trey Turner leads it off as we go to the 8th, and he delivers a strike. It's 0-1.
Just brilliant. 1 hanging sweeper to Eugenio Suarez. That was it.
Off the end of the bat, spinner up the first base line. Stewart has it, and Turner's able to slide it safely. That'll be a base hit for Trey.
This is just pure speed. I don't know what else Stewart could have done, to be honest with you.
Is there a better angle he could have taken to come in? I mean, I think the ball just wasn't hit hard.
This is a funny game, Tom.
Schwarber takes low. He was going to challenge it if it was called a strike.
His last at bat, Turner hits one, blisters one out to the center field wall. Friedel jumps up against the fence and make a catch 400+ feet away. And this one he hits 70 feet and gets a hit out of it.
Outside. At the knees, 2-1.
I'm not going to do a whole lot with that one. That was perfect pitch.
By the way, Zach's night is done. 14 strikeouts. His last outing, he had 12 strikeouts against the Reds on July 6th. Went 9 innings, 1 hit, earned run. He's the first pitcher since Randy Johnson to have back-to-back 12 strikeouts or more against the Reds. Did it in 1999 and 2001, back-to-back starts against the Reds. 3-1.
It was always a fun at bat against the unit. Said no one ever.
Yeah, Kyle's going to challenge this. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Son of a gun.
Call confirmed. Philadelphia has 1 challenge remaining.
Deep.
I'm going to say July 6th of 2025. Fouled back. Garcia warming up in the Reds bullpen. Phillies have it set up now that Kerkering can pitch the 8th inning and Duran pitch the 9th inning. Brad Keller should be activated tomorrow. He seemed good. He threw today again. Just kind of threw just to see how he felt after his rehab appearance. Three and two. On the ground, back toward the middle, base hit. Turner's going to stop at second. Phillies now with back-to-back hits to begin this 8th inning. It would be nice to get some insurance runs.
It's a 94-mile-an-hour sinker, and Schwarber just hits it right back up the box. And he is just doing it all. I mean, he's just not that all-or-nothing guy. He's a very good big league hitter. Very good.
Harper had a good pass at that one.
You ain't kidding. You know, he's had some really good swings tonight. There was a fly ball, his second at bat. He got a hanging breaking ball from Abbott that he flied out to center field, and he was all over it. But he's had some good passes tonight. We mentioned earlier, though, you know he's not happy when he's out here taking BP on the field. Just doesn't do it a whole lot.
Runners lead off. Fouled at the plate, 1-2.
It's a pretty good sinker.
Although I didn't see, was it Logan that was throwing BP?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe he was trying out home run derby.
Yeah. And Logan told me that he doesn't throw to Harper a whole lot.
One and two. Outside 2-2. Another note on Zach Wheeler, by the way, tonight was his the second time in his career where he had 13 or more strikeouts and no walks. Broken back ground ball right side. McLean has a play at first, and that's it. 4-3 on the putout. The runners advance. And Terry Francona's coming out.
Run that one by me again.
13 or more strikeouts and no walks in the game. Wheeler's done it twice. Jim Bunning's done it twice. Kurt Schilling's done it twice. Cliff Lee's done it twice. Those four are the only four in Phillies history that have done it twice.
Amazing.
Nissan call to the pen for the Reds. Wheeler's looking for his team to get some insurance runs when we return.
Get it delivered in the DQ app.
All fans got to have a Wawa Kyle Schwarber bobble figurine. Take home this popular giveaway on Friday, August 21st, when the Phils host the Cardinals for a 6:40 game. Visit Phillies.com to purchase your tickets today. Well, one out. Alec Boehm is up. The Reds will play the infield in. Garcia, the new pitcher. Julian Garcia. His 6th game, a 2.08 ERA. And a breaking ball outside.
Got to add on here.
Fastball And it's 1-1. Julian Garcia is a former 10th round pick by the Philadelphia Phillies out of Metropolitan State University in Denver. He's 31 years old and just made his major league debut. Fouled off. 1-2.
Good for him.
He was with the Phillies until the end of the 2022 season. And then after COVID, he wound up going to the independent leagues. He pitched for the Kansas City Monarchs in the American Association inside. The Reds signed him, and he's been with the Reds now for 2 years. And this year in AAA, he had a 3.03 ERA in 21 games. Pretty emotional after all those minor league games. 135 to make his major league debut.
That's some perseverance right there. Metropolitan State University?
Yes, starting pitcher for the Phillies in the minor leagues for a lot of his career. 3-2. Infield in. Runners on second and third. The pitch to Bohm. Swinging a foul. Just below the radio booth. And ball 4. So that'll walk Bohm to the second walk tonight. And they're loaded for a no. All right, now the Reds are going to play the infield back some.
So the depth they're at now, I'd say, was probably around 3 depth. Meaning, if it's a slow roller, they'll just get the out at home, if they can. If it's hit a little bit firmer, they can still turn the double play. Well, he had a good rip at that one.
And Mundo's normally going to hit things firm.
Yeah.
And Mundo's 1 for 2 tonight. 1 for 3 tonight, excuse me. One and one. Well, except when he flails like that, he pops it foul. It's 1-2.
A good time for his first grand slam.
Oh. Two and two.
Get something up, stay in the middle of the field.
Popped up, foul, out of play.
That slider didn't do a whole lot.
Garcia's set to go. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Out towards center. Friedel is back under. Tagging at third is Turner. Friedel has it. Turner's coming home. The throw goes toward third. It's a sac fly for Edmundo Sosa. And the Phillies are up 4-1.
Nice going. Good situational hitting. We saw Turner do that earlier in the ball game. Just put the ball in play, get an RBI. That is some really good situational hitting.
Well, Real Muto is 0 for 3. Takes low.
I think Donnie just said that he was coming out of the game. to Edmundo?
I would think so. I would think Bush is going to go in.
Okay.
It's a 3-run game. I think he wants to shore up the defense in left field. Tolbert got another hit, Ben. He's 10 for his last 10. There's Brandon.
Hair wet. Check.
1-1, a real Muto. 2-1.
I think if you're the Reds, you get out of this with just 1 run. I think you take that.
Sure. 2-1. Slow spinner to first. Stewart's got it, and he takes it to the bag. The inning began with a slow roller to first base. It turned out to be a base hit for Turner, and then it turned into a run as we go to the bottom of the game. Time now for a Turning Point, brought to you by Toyota Camry. It's Zach Wheeler's night. 14 strikeouts for the Phillies right-hander. Unbelievable. 7 innings, 1 run.
Yeah, just 4 hits. He did give up the home run to Eugenio Suarez, but when I say he had all 6 pitches working, I mean he had all 6 working. Just dialed in.
Well, now he hands this game over to Orion Kerkering. Kerkering, and then Duran. Friedel has the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. There's Brandon in left field. Foul back.
I don't remember Friedel being this spread open with his stance and being then so much of a squat.
Well, I think that's part of him being sent down to the minor leagues to rediscover his swing, because he was struggling so much. He had 271 in 18 games in Louisville. Last year he was at 261 with 14 home runs. So it's been a twist this season. 2-2. Out toward right field. On the run is Hill. Over toward the corner. Makes the catch.
You talk about closing speed. My goodness.
That's our Hyundai defensive play of the game.
That is outstanding. I mean, he gets to it with ease. Ball would have been fair. That's your Hyundai defensive play of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
And now Ivan Johnson will be the batter. Johnson 0 for 4 so far. Made his major league debut last Tuesday. They were excited about getting him up here. Ivan Johnson's 27 years old, 4th round pick. By the Reds. Swing and a miss. Went to the same high school as Tyler Stevenson.
Really?
Kennesaw Mountain High School. 2-2. Not at the same time, though.
They went there separately together.
Well, hold on a second. He might have gone. He might have been there. See, he's 27 years old. Yeah, they probably did go together. There's only 2 years apart between them. Must have been a heck of a team.
Yeah, right.
3-2. Swing and a foul.
Four-seamer at 98. Throw it again.
Popped up, out of play.
Who's going to win this battle?
Up high, ball 4. So the switch hitter walks.
It's a good at bat.
Now a quick word from FanDuel Casino.
New FanDuel Casino players get 500 bonus spins and $50 in casino bonus, which means more spins on Love Island Unlocked. So couple up with a date night boost, because thrill time is bonus time on FanDuel Casino.
So Johnson will go to first. And De La Cruz, the batter, and they did go to high school together, did play together. They've known each other their entire lives.
Wow.
Breaking ball inside, that little sweeper. So now it's 2-0 to De La Cruz. And Sal Stewart on deck. Phillies got an insurance run in the 8th inning to make it 4-1. Ryan definitely frustrated with himself there. Ball 4, walked him on 4 pitches, which means the tying run is coming to the plate.
And that's what I said. There's one thing you can't do in this ballpark is walk people, because the home run ball is always looming here.
Well, Kelb caught them coming out to the mounds. Probably doesn't help that the lights are blinking on and off while they're having a conversation.
No.
You mentioned it's a decent crowd here tonight.
Yeah, a lot more than I anticipated, that's for sure.
So Stewart, who is 1 for 3, had an infield hit his last time up. 61 runs batted in. Ben mentioned it before. He leads rookies in Major League Baseball. Okamoto's had a pretty good power year for the Blue Jays. I didn't realize Casey was at 50. Rumfield is there too.
Surprised Kevin McGonigal's not on that list.
Now the pitch to Stewart, way outside, 1 ball, no strikes. We will see Kevin McGonigal this weekend when we go to Detroit. Stewart had 7 hits, 2 home runs against the Phillies earlier this season at Citizens Bank Park. 2-0. Is he taking?
No, not in a 3-run ball game. 2-0 count.
Maybe you can feast off his aggressiveness, although at this point you just want to throw a strike.
Yeah.
That's not in the hitting zone.
I'll take a sinker right here.
3-0. Phillies are going to get somebody up in the bullpen. I think Boland's going to start to get up and loosen. You have Bleday on deck. Yep, Jonathan Boland's going to start to throw.
Just 1 pitch away still. That
Yeah, with 1 out.
Yeah, good hard sinker underneath his hands. Roll it over.
3-1. 3-2.
All the way back here.
Another fastball.
I think so.
23rd pitch of the inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swinging a fly ball down the right field line. Hill over near the corner. It's slicing, and it's off the top of that wall as he tried to make the leaping grab.
Did the fan interfere with that?
I don't know. The Phillies are looking at it to see if somebody did interfere. No. No, the fence was ascending at that point. If it was maybe 3 feet south toward the Reds dugout, maybe he came up with it.
Derek Hill was not happy that he missed that. See that reaction? He thought he should have caught it.
Yeah, he's still disgusted. You can see his body language out and right.
Yeah.
3-2, 1 out. Runners lead off first and second. Swinging a ground ball toward third. Bohm has it to second for 1. He's safe. Over to first. He's out.
That's not interference.
Yeah, because the base runner was thinking he was going to keep on running around the bag. We saw Kansas City do it. A lot of folks do that.
I mean,
yeah, here comes Don Mattingly to ask that. Technically, he doesn't have to slide. He went into the bag, but that's what Don's going to ask about this.
I wonder what Fonzie's telling him. Like maybe that same thing. He doesn't have to slide, but didn't impede Stott's throw.
Here's a look at wire cam. He did bump into him. He called safe.
But he still got the out at first.
Yeah, usually when a base runner makes contact, it is offensive interference. Like there.
But he had already tagged the bag. He was already safe.
Right. It's a long conversation between the umpires. They haven't put anything in their ear to check with Secaucus.
Fonzie keeps shaking his Alfonso Marquez there on the right keeps shaking his head at Don.
Yeah, even if the runner is in direct path to the bag, they must avoid the fielder. All right, so they're going to talk about this. We saw the Royals do it this weekend, where the base runner, even though he was out, just kept on going.
Right.
That's been something that's teams have started to do the last, I think 3 years is where I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen in the college game a lot.
I don't know how De La Cruz doesn't slide there.
Because I think he feels like he gets to the bag standing faster than sliding. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't think this is going to end well for the Phillies.
No.
All the outfielders for the Phillies are in around second base, and Marsh is over near talking to Bohm. Yeah, so Barrett, Barrett looked like he said we can't ask for replay on that.
Donnie is not happy.
Yeah, see, my thought is now, all right, he looks like he's putting the earpiece, he's got the earpiece in his hand, Alfonso does. My thought is what you said, Ben, is that there was contact.
Yes.
So you were kind of impeding the runner. All right, so Alfonso Marquez is putting the earpiece in. We're going to say this is our manager's review brought to you by Grungo Law. What's the call?
Second base.
They're just decide if De La Cruz was out or safe. Is that what that's what they're looking at here?
Yeah, I don't know if they can look for abandonment, because he needs to turn toward third. He's safe there, I think. And then he abandoned and went toward left field and didn't turn toward third. Yeah, see, I think he's safe there. It's bang bang. Bryson then makes the throw. Good for Bryson to be able to concentrate and make the throw.
Have that wherewithal.
This will be interesting, honestly, to see what if they do give us an explanation. They may not give an explanation, but interference is if you're impeding the defender, but also abandonment is when you head straight to left field like he did. Wirecam gives us a look at it. He's safe there. He never turned toward third.
I know one thing. One team's not going to be very happy.
Yeah, so abandonment, it'd be interesting to see how they explain this, because you can't review abandonment on this. Just like you can't review runner interference. This is either out or safe at second base. So they've made their call.
Yeah, I think that's all this is to see if he's out or safe.
But I'm just wondering if they will.
After review, the call is confirmed. The runner is safe. The runner did come back to the base. We do not have him abandoning, and abandoning the base path is not reviewable.
See, that's a good explanation.
Yeah.
So he is safe. It'll be second and third. There are 2 outs. And somebody's been thrown out of the ballgame. I think it's Caleb Cotham that got thrown out of the game. I don't think it was Dusty. I think it was Caleb that got thrown out of the game. Caleb almost got thrown out of the game against the Royals yesterday.
Mike Estabrook was just shooing him away. The second base umpire.
Well, Caleb thrown out of this ball game.
Now Bobby's getting into it.
Yeah. Here comes Bobby Dickerson. He's going to go talk to Lance Barrett. I think he did get tossed. So this is the second time that Bobby's been tossed. Oh, Bobby Dickerson coming out on the field. Alfonso Marquez is trying to stop him. Somebody's got to hold back. Oh, no, Bobby.
He said, why can't I talk to him?
I guess they're feeling that interference isn't called because he did get the out at first base. The out at second, he was safe at second.
Right.
I'm assuming, Ben, but that's the reason.
He did make contact with him.
He did, but I'm saying that he got the guy at first. It didn't impede him from getting to the guy at first.
Right.
But if interference is called, the play is immediately dead. Yeah. I mean, I think that's what it is, that they got the out at first. But still the point. So Caleb's been thrown out. Bobby's been thrown out. So there's a meeting on the mound, a first visit in the 9th inning. It'll be Mark Lowy, the assistant pitching coach, who would go out. All right, so about 8 minutes since the last pitch. And here's Bleday, and he takes a strike, 0-1. Well, good for Orion Kirker.
Yeah, I mean, that's almost like an up and down for Ryan to go that long. I know he threw a couple warm-up pitches just to stay loose, but it's a long time to wait.
Put out at first goes 5-4-3 to get Stewart. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You never know what you're going to see at the old ballpark, do you?
No.
My goodness.
Inside. Rocket, foul. Well, that would have tightened things up a little bit.
Yeah. Take a look here. Whew. That's a lot closer than I thought.
Two and two.
Does he elevate here?
Just a bit low. 3-2. I think you have to here. Let's see how confident JT is in that sweeper.
It's either going to be the back foot sweeper or four-seamer at the top.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Bleday. Swing and a foul. It went four-seamer toward the top.
Yep.
It's a 31-pitch inning for Orion.
With an 8-minute timeout in between.
Fouled another one off.
Putting together good at bat.
He's got to throw a sweeper here, doesn't he?
Has to.
This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Tying runs at the plate. It's 4-1 Phillies here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Kerkering ready. And it's a sweeper. That'll load him up. 3 walks in the inning. Don is, I think, heading toward the stairs. Suarez is coming up. This is the most pitches that Orion's thrown in an inning in his career. So he's going to go get him. And we're going to have a pitching change. This will be a Nissan call to the pen. Bolin was warming up. Bases are loaded. He's coming in. Jonathan Bolin will come in with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He's in for Orion Kerkering. Bolin a 3.29 ERA. He inherits 3 base runners. He's facing Eugenio Suarez, who does have a grand slam this year, 9 overall. 7th inning, he hit a home run. That's the only run.
Yeah, first pitch swinging off Zach Wheeler here. A sweeper. That was really the only mistake that Zach Wheeler made today. But Suarez made him pay.
Bolin has inherited 17 runners this year. This will bring the total up to 20. First pitch fouled off Suarez's foot. He's allowed 6 to score.
Did he go off his back knee? He is in a lot of pain. Oh, man.
That's amazing that it would hit the back knee like that.
Oh, I mean, that is right up on it.
So another pause.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Yeah.
Jeez. That hurt. That hurt a lot. You don't see it off the back leg very often, but you saw it there.
Well, coming up, Michael and Ricky after the game. Phillies post-game live presented by Cure Auto Insurance. We still got a full 9th inning to play.
I'm sure Ricky's really enjoying these pauses. That was a heck of a sinker though by Bowen. I think he just keep throwing it. He's not going to want to do that again.
The 9 career grand slams for Suarez are most among active players, tied for most. The 0-1 outside, 1-1. His 9th came about a month ago against the Mets. One and two.
This is where you got to make it happen if you're bowling. You don't want to go full count because then you'll have all the runners off and running on the pitch. Make it happen here.
2-2. Bowen ready. Here's the pitch. And a called strike 3. He's going to challenge it. The Reds have 2 challenges. ABS powered by T-Mobile. This one's going to be close. It's a ball. Suarez didn't move. Malachi Moore's had a lot of pitches challenged tonight.
Yes, he has. And I would say that the Reds have benefited a lot tonight from that.
Back at it. The runners will be off. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch to Suarez. Swing and a miss. He got him. Throw him the slider and gets out of the jam. Strikeouts have been the story tonight, and a strikeout was the story right there.
I need a beer.
Abington Experience.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by Toyota. Toyota has 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. That's more than any other brand. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. By Xfinity. Get reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years and same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity, imagine that. By Citizens, official bank of the Phils. And by Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at IBX.com. What a wacky night this has been. A wacky inning it's been. We go to the top of the 9th. Bryson Stott against Sam Moll. Moll's 42nd game. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Johnson stays in the game. He's at second base for the Reds. And Bryson fouls that one off his foot. Yeah.
It's contagious.
Big time pitching from Jonathan Bowen to get out of that last half inning. As we watch this foul ball.
Oh my gosh, right off that ankle, inside of that ankle. Even Stevenson was wincing. The same spot that JT had issues with earlier in the year, starting in San Francisco. Yeah, that was some big time. That takes some fortitude to throw that sweeper there, or that slider. 3-2.
Breaking ball, 1-2. Duran is warming up in the bullpen. That's not a shocker. There he is. He's just starting to throw. Two and two. Line drive, foul. Bouncer back toward the middle. De La Cruz. Oh, he picked it on a short hop and throws out Stott. Those are some great hands.
That was a phenomenal play. Just a phenomenal play. Talking with Bobby Dickerson the other day, he had brought up I know he just got ejected, but he brought up a point I'd never heard before. He says, as an infielder, if that initial bounce that off the bat in front of the plate, if that initial bounce is taller than you are, to immediately attack if you're an infielder. I thought that made great sense. He says, then you're going to get it on the short hop like Cruz just did, as opposed to that longer hop that could be in between, maybe stays up, maybe it stays down. But that short hop is more predictable than the longer hop. I said, Bobby, I'd never heard that before. He said, yeah, if the initial bounce is taller than you are, go get it.
And a lot of times you'll get it on the big hop, but then you'll get it on the short hop.
Yes, indeed.
It's 1-1 to Hill. That one's flicked into center field, a base hit. And that's his second hit. It's also the third plate appearance he's been on base. Been a nice addition for the Philadelphia Phillies.
He's getting it done, that's for sure. He's a super nice young man.
Yes.
Super nice.
Has his average up over 300 since the Phillies picked him up. Crawford, who has 2 hits tonight, takes outside, 1-0. Going to challenge that one.
Catcher's challenging to call a ball.
Stevenson looks like he might have gotten this one right also. He did.
Called overturned. Cincinnati has 2 challenges remaining.
Challenge in full, wouldn't he?
So they remain with 2 challenges. Boy, it's been a tough night for Malachi Moore.
Yes, it has.
Some of them have been awfully close too.
Yes.
Runner goes. Pitch hit foul. Hill had a really good jump.
Yes, he did. You know, that number of challenges, that shows me that Terry Francona said to Stevenson, you know what, you got free reign. If you're challenged it that many times.
Yeah, he's up over 80 challenges behind the plate. There's Terry in his captain's chair. Two and two. That one just missed a little low. Sam Mole is not the quickest of workers.
Using every second of that pitch clock.
They had him leaning. Frozen, yeah.
Had him leaning.
Hill goes. Pitch is fouled back again.
De La Cruz laughing at him. He's getting his steps in, Tom. You know, he's one of Mickey's favorite baseball players. When I brought a ball home signed by him last year, he was ecstatic.
Derek Hill. 2-2. And the pitch. Swing and a foul.
I got home from the road trip. I said, Mickey, I got something for you. He's like, what? I said, take a look at this. He goes, is that Ellie? I said, yeah, buddy. He goes, that's awesome. So, you know, I always get 2 signed. So one is at my folks' house and the other one is in his bedroom. He just loves them.
Throw over to first. That's the second disengagement.
But I thought it was cool. Typically, I just hand the balls to the clubhouse attendant, and they'll go over and get them signed. But Ellie likes you to go over, introduce yourself.
Runner goes, fouled away.
And talk to him. Because remember, he took English lessons. He said, I'm doing my interviews in English. And he said, make sure you go introduce yourself, you know, shake his hand, tell him who you are, what you do, and do it in English. And then he'll sign your whatever you want. Which I thought is really cool of him.
Did you speak to him at all in Spanish?
I was going to,
Spanish.
But until the attendant said he wants you to do it in English.
Right.
I said, okay, then I'll do it in English.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Hill does not go. Pitch is swung out and missed.
Hill did not go because you can't breathe.
With the All-Star game quickly approaching, now is the perfect time to visit the New Era Phillies team store and gear up with one of the summer's biggest events. From exclusive All-Star merchandise to your favorite Phillies apparel, you'll find everything you need to show your team and city pride. Visit Phillies.com/New Era for store hours. Breaking ball low to Turner. Turner tonight is 1 for 4 with an RBI. RBI came back in the 3rd. It was the first run for the Phillies. Fly ball right center field. It's right at Friedel. And the inning is over. So the Phillies will take a 3-run lead into the bottom of the 9th inning. Duran is scheduled to come in for the Phils to try to close the door.
$1.89 per pound.
Our Independence Blue Cross Philly of the week is Joan Duran. Duran was named the NL reliever of the month following a fantastic stretch in the month of June, having the best month among any relief pitchers in the National League with a 1.64 ERA, 9 saves, 18 strikeouts in 11 innings of work. Duran's electric performance is brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. And Duran is coming in as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning with a 4-1 lead to work with. It is a safe situation, so Wapner Newman gives us a look at his stats this year. 1.52 ERA. This is his 32nd game. Here's the month of June numbers, as he was the National League reliever of the month. That's who I voted for. 9 of 10.
Really good numbers.
And the whip 0.91.
Get 3 outs the fastest way you can.
21 saves, 22 opportunities for Duran. And a first pitch low. Too low. One ball and 1 strike. Fouled off. That's 101. And every time a Phillies pitcher records a pitch of 95 or more, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Red scores the only run in the 7th inning. Their only run.
He's just trying to get a piece and live to see another pitch. Just kind of flicking at it.
Swing and a miss. He went upstairs at 100 miles an hour. That's 16 strikeouts tonight for Phillies pitching. It's the second time on the road trip that they've reached 15 strikeouts. So 15 in the first game against the Royals, 16 here tonight.
Goes up top. That's the hat trick for Nathaniel Lowe.
And now Steer. Oh, 0-1. Red struck out 17 times against the Yankees on June 19th.
Yes,
he went around 0-2. And tonight the Phillies pitchers have 16 strikeouts.
Of course, Zach Wheeler with 14 of them.
Yeah, that night Cam Schlitter had 13. And the 0-2. 1-2. Little dribbler up the third base line. That's going to be a swinging bunt for Steer.
He'll take it. Just gets over top of this and just smothers it. See that good movement. Yeah, right next to the plate. Nothing you can do.
Tyler Stevenson is 1 for 3. Bouncer over to third. Bohm. Did it hit him? Yep.
Yes.
Foul ball. That had a lot on it for it to hit him.
Yeah.
JT didn't seem to mention anything, so I guess it did hit him.
If it didn't hit him, he sure did play it off pretty good.
He sure did. Two. Just an easy 100 miles an hour from Duran. Duran, who will make his first All-Star appearance on Tuesday night at Citizens Bank Park. The hope is the National League will be up in a save situation. Pretty close. And the whole light show can happen.
That would be awesome.
JT opted not to challenge that one. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Second strikeout for Duran. 17 strikeouts tonight for Phillies pitching.
That's the third one for Stevenson as well. 101 at the top. Yeah, that'll play.
June 19th, the Reds struck out 17 times against the Yankees. They matched that here tonight, less than a month later. And now T.J. Friedel, 0 for 3. Bohm in on the grass at third. The runner goes. They'll let him go. At 100 miles an hour upstairs on defensive indifference. Steer gets to second. One and one.
You see Bowman in at third base. I guess that's the right play. You just don't want to give Friedel if he were to choose to lay one down.
Well, leader in bunt hits last year. He's not doing it as much this year.
Because if he gets on, you bring the tying run to the home plate again.
2-1. 2-2. All right.
Now he can move back.
Yeah, to 2 strikes again with a 97-mile-an-hour splitter. Now this will be his 20th pitch of the inning. Solid group of Phillies fans who are here tonight. Good batch of them behind the third base dugout coming to their feet. And the 2-2 pitch. And a called strike 3. Friedel's going to challenge it.
Batters challenging the call of strike.
JT has already tossed the baseball to Duran. ABS powered by T-Mobile, and the ball game is over. Duran strikes out 3 in the inning. And the Reds strike out 18 times in tonight's ball game. And the Phillies now are within 2 of first place in the National League East. The Phillies and the Marlins are closing on the Atlanta Braves.
How about it?
How about it is right. In the 9th inning, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. There was a lot that happened in this ballgame, including a 2-run home run by that guy right there, Kyle Schwarber, in his homecoming to Ohio. Our Chevrolet player of the game is Zach Wheeler. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, no walks, 14 strikeouts. The 6th Phillies pitcher with 14 or more strikeouts and no walks since 1901.
Amazing.
Our GMC Precision plays. Well, it's his outing tonight.
And he's got 6 pitches, and I'm telling you, he had them all working tonight. His ability to spin the baseball was outstanding. He started using some splits later on in the ball game. Actually got his 14th strikeout to Stevenson on that split. And he just had it all going. Able to throw the breaking ball behind in counts. Able to expand with the fastball. Able to elevate with the fastball. I mean, that's what we expect out of Zach Wheeler seemingly every time, and pretty much get it.
Yeah, those are
dominant.
Those are GMC Precision plays. And he matched his career high in strikeouts with 14. And in his last 2 outings against the Cincinnati Reds, he has 12 strikeouts and 14 strikeouts. So StatCast gives us a look at all these strikeouts. 5 on the sweeper. It's brought to you by your Delaware Valley Audi dealers. 4 with the 4-seamer. 3 with the splitter, 1 with the sinker, 1 with the curveball. So that's all part of mixing everything in for him.
If you're a hitter, you just feel helpless up there knowing he's got this many weapons to attack you with.
Well, and you've said this before, is his ability to repeat his mechanics. And even with the slightest of changes, the ability to repeat his mechanics has always been a positive for him.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do when you're as big as Zach Wheeler is. Usually the taller, the lankier guys, they have trouble repeating their mechanics. Well, not for Zach Wheeler. And just able to use any pitch at any time tonight. He was spectacular.
Yeah, reminder coming up is Phillies post-game live presented by Cure Auto Insurance. Michael and Ricky are standing by. They have a lot more to talk about when it comes to this ball game. And obviously, you know, Ricky kind of breaking down what Zach Wheeler did here tonight. I mean, a fellow pitcher. There's a lot to like about what you saw tonight from Zach.
Yeah, and what was there not to like? I guess just the one sweeper that Suarez took out. But other than that, I mean, this guy was just dialed in.
Yeah, the other thing too tonight that may get lost a little bit is what Bolin did coming in. He had 17 inherited runners coming into this game. 6 had scored. The bases were loaded. Suarez is up 3-2. And then is able to throw a sweeper that he goes after to wrap up that inning and get the strikeout. I mean, this ball 4, but it was a strike for a long time all the way to the plate.
Without a doubt, he came in. Unfortunately, Ryan Kirkgreen had 3 walks in that inning, and he's fired up as well. He should be. That was a big spot, a huge spot in that ball game.
Yeah, and I mean, because the game could have changed even if with the bases loaded walk. That could have continued to add pressure to this game. It would have made it a 2-run game at that point. But for him to be able to come out and get that last out was a really big deal.
Yeah, no doubt.
See the reaction from the crowd. That's because Zach Wheeler is putting the headset on and is set to join us down on the field, picking up the win here tonight. Zach, we appreciate you coming out. I know you're a competitive guy. With all that's happened the last week, not getting through 5 last outing, somehow not being selected to the All-Star game. Did that add fuel to the outing tonight?
Yeah, of course it did. It's a shame that the rules are what they are. Just because I pitch on a certain day, can't pitch in the All-Star game or even be there. So it's something that they probably need to look into.
We always talk about how your ability to repeat your mechanics, despite being a tall pitcher, you're able to do that tonight. I mean, you literally had all 6 pitches working, throwing any time you wanted.
Yeah, this mound's a little tricky. It's a little flatter than most, so it's a little tricky coming into it. You don't know what to expect, but I felt good right off the bat, and like I said, everything was kind of working. Sweeper backed up on me a couple times, and I left that one hanging to Suarez that he hit out. But other than that, it was. I got away with some mistakes, but that's going to happen game to game.
Zach, 9-1 now off the surgery this offseason. How proud are you about what you've been able to accomplish with what the team's been able to accomplish?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously you have your personal goals and all that stuff, but just seeing the team struggle like they were before I came back was tough to watch. So. That just added more fuel to my fire. Was I need to get out there and just help the boys out and just give them some good starts every 5 days, and hopefully that can pick everybody else up. And Don took over, and it's just a good mix, and we've been hot since.
We know about your relationship with JT. Obviously, you guys are on the same page tonight. Yeah. Just another masterful performance by him as well, putting the right fingers down.
Yeah, for sure. Pressing buttons these days, not putting the
fingers down.
Right. But he's a competitor back there, man. He takes stuff personal. He blames stuff on him sometimes for certain pitches being called and maybe me letting up a home run. But like I've always said, he just puts. I was about to say put down the fingers. He just presses the buttons. And I just try to execute, and that's the most frustrating thing sometimes maybe for him is he thinks he called something wrong, but it's on me executing that pitch, and I left that one hanging that he hit out. That wasn't anything on JT, but like you said, he was pressing all the right buttons tonight, and we had it working.
Did you feel like you had 14 strikeout stuff tonight?
Once the first few innings passed, yeah. I was kind of chasing those today. Especially, I think once I had 11, I was like, man, I want to try to, get 15, get that personal record. So
yeah.
I wasn't able to do it, but we won the game. So
I will say, getting back to the All-Star game, one thing that I thought was awesome is the embrace from the Philadelphia Phillies fans about you not getting in, just how much it would have meant to them as well. Not only to you, but to them as well.
I mean, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me, my family. We obviously wanted to be there. you know, is special. And especially being in Philly, you know, you take a lot of pride, and you know, that's what I was working for this whole offseason, was to hit that first goal and then hit the second one and hit the third, which is the World Series. So, you know, now that that's, you know, going to pass, we're on to the next.
All right, by the way, was it funny watching everybody come into the clubhouse when they got ejected from the game?
Yeah, I didn't know it was Caleb at first. I was still in the training room doing my stuff, and he came walking by sweating and heated, and then, you know, we watched Bobby on TV. But, you know, those guys are competitors, man.
Yeah.
They're in the dugout, and, you know, they do all their pregame prep, and, you know, they're a huge part of it, too. So, you know, they take stuff personal, and, you know, MLB implements some rules, and they don't, you know, kind of get followed. You know, people get mad about it.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, listen, we enjoyed it, and
Nice
we
going.
appreciate you coming out here tonight.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, Zach Wheeler, our guest. He is our Chevrolet player of the game. Look at this. I love when there's a live studio audience.
It's great.
Is that awesome? And a little wave to the crowd. Coming up, it's the Corolla crossover, brought to you by Toyota. A little bit more to talk about from Cincinnati.
Let's go places.